putting the team back in team cell phone. Back when I started my second ever job, I was in a team of 3 plus a manager. And we had a cell phone for emergencies, which should rotate between team members. Instead, the manager kept it. It was fully paid for both calls and data. And she'd call us if anything happened that needed our attention. That manager and I started on the wrong foot, since I was interviewed by a different person for a different team and was moved the day before starting work. It had been about 4 months, and although she didn't like me because I wasn't all buddy-buddy with her like the rest of the team, I did my job well enough so that she couldn't do anything. But one day after lunch, my roommate called panicking since he came home to a flooded kitchen and a dead fridge, and my manager, just coming from lunch, caught part of the conversation, stood next to my cubicle until I was finished, and proceeded to scold me loud enough for the whole floor to hear, which was us and 4 other teams of 5 plus people each, for using my phone at work, saying how it was unprofessional to use my phone at work. So I said I wouldn't use it at or for work anymore. She was so smug she didn't notice the second part until later that week, when she started blasting my phone at 2 a.m. for a work emergency, and I never picked up or answered her texts. That was part 1 of my MC. The next day she was pissed, and during the daily team meeting I reiterated that my phone was mine to use and pick up, and if she wanted me on call, she'd have to relinquish the team cell phone, for which she hated me even more. She had cancelled her line, so the supposed team phone had all her contacts, personal email, social networks, even personal photos and videos. When I noticed this, I brought the phone to IT for non-compliance, and they wiped it for me and brought it back to the 3 work-related contacts on the contact list and 2 apps we used for checking those work emergencies. When I gave it back at the end of the week, she had about 50 missed calls from different numbers. No contacts anymore, so they showed up only as phone numbers. And over 100 text messages in the same way. I stayed in that job for almost a year after this, with my manager speaking maybe 6 sentences to me during that time. I loved the quiet. I like to imagine that the IT guys were giggling like idiots as they helped you fuck up the manager. As an IT admin, I rather enjoy these requests when they come through. Dude nukes his awful boss's phone and she couldn't do anything about it. Bawahaha. That quiet was the sound of sweet, sweet victory. Gold. I read the title and first lines multiple times as Team Cellophane. Took me much longer than I care to admit before I finally realized.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.